Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic in interpersonal relationships, how a narcissist maintains control over you. When they start losing control, they often use a specific trick to pull you back in. Let's dive deeper into this manipulation tactic and how you can recognize and protect yourself from it. In relationships with a narcissist, the dynamics often revolve around control and manipulation. Narcissists derive satisfaction from their ability to influence and direct their partner's behavior and emotions. However, when they sense that control slipping away, they often resort to a particular trick: intermittent reinforcement. Understanding intermittent reinforcement. Intermittent reinforcement is a psychological manipulation tactic where positive reinforcement, affection, praise or kindness, is given sporadically and unpredictably. This creates a powerful hook, making the recipient constantly strive for those fleeting moments of approval and affection. Essentially, it turns the relationship into an emotional roller coaster, with the victim always chasing the next high. How narcissists use intermittent reinforcement. When a narcissist starts losing their grip on you, they will often switch between periods of coldness and warmth. Here's how they do it. Sudden acts of kindness. After periods of neglect or emotional abuse, they might suddenly shower you with love and attention. This stark contrast can be confusing and lead you to believe that they truly care about you, making it harder to leave. Promises and future faking. They might make grand promises about a better future together, even if they have no intention of fulfilling them. This keeps you invested in the relationship, hoping that the good times will eventually outweigh the bad. Apologies and regret. A narcissist may offer seemingly heartfelt apologies, expressing regret for their behavior. These apologies are often manipulative, designed to pull you back in and make you doubt your decision to distance yourself. Playing the victim. By portraying themselves as the victim, they can evoke your empathy and guilt, making you feel responsible for their emotional state and compelled to stay and support them. The psychological impact on the victim. Intermittent reinforcement can be incredibly damaging. It creates a cycle of hope and despair, where the victim becomes emotionally dependent on the narcissist's approval. This dependency makes it difficult to break free, as the victim constantly seeks validation and affection, hoping that the narcissist's good behavior will become the norm. Breaking free from the cycle. Recognizing the pattern of intermittent reinforcement is the first step in breaking free. Here are some strategies to help. Educate yourself. Understanding narcissistic behavior and manipulation tactics can empower you to see through their tricks and regain control of your emotions. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and stick to them. Don't allow the narcissist to infringe upon your personal space or manipulate your decisions. Seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or a therapist who can provide objective perspectives and emotional support. Focus on self-care. Prioritize your well-being by engaging in activities that make you happy and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Prepare for resistance. Understand that the narcissist will likely intensify their efforts to regain control. Stay firm in your decision and remind yourself of why you're taking these steps. Detailed analysis of narcissistic tactics. To fully grasp how narcissists manipulate through intermittent reinforcement, it is essential to delve into the nuances of their behavior. Here's a closer look at the various tactics they employ. 1. Love bombing. At the beginning of a relationship, narcissists often engage in a love bombing. They overwhelm you with affection, compliments, and grand gestures. This phase sets the stage for the dependency they aim to create. When the narcissist senses you pulling away, they might return to love bombing, rekindling the intense emotions you initially felt. 2. Idealization and devaluation. Narcissists oscillate between idealizing and devaluing you. During the idealization phase, they put you on a pedestal, making you feel special and unique. This is followed by the devaluation phase, where they criticize and belittle you. The unpredictability of this cycle keeps you on edge, constantly seeking their approval. 3. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where the narcissist makes you doubt your reality. They may deny events, twist facts, or blame you for things that aren't your fault. This confusion weakens your confidence and makes you more reliant on them for validation. 4. Triangulation. Triangulation involves bringing a third party into the relationship dynamics to create jealousy and competition. The narcissist might flirt with others or speak highly of someone else to make you feel insecure and more desperate for their attention.
5. Hoovering.
Named after the vacuum cleaner brand, hoovering describes the narcissist's attempts to suck you back in after a period of separation. They might reach out with sweet messages, apologies, or promises of change, hoping to reignite the relationship. Real-life examples. Understanding these tactics theoretically is one thing, but seeing them in real-life scenarios can provide a clearer picture. Here are a few examples of how intermittent reinforcement might play out in relationships. Example 1. The romantic relationship. Sarah has been dating Mark for a year. Initially, Mark was incredibly attentive, constantly showering her with gifts and affection. However, over time, his behavior became erratic. He would ignore her for days, only to return with grand gestures of love. When Sarah tried to discuss his inconsistent behavior, Mark would apologize profusely, promising to change. This cycle continued, leaving Sarah emotionally exhausted but hopeful that the good Mark would eventually prevail. Example 2. The family dynamic. John grew up with a narcissistic mother who used intermittent reinforcement to control him. She would alternate between praising him lavishly and criticizing him harshly. John found himself constantly striving for her approval, believing that if he could just be good enough, she would always be loving. This left John with deep-seated self-esteem issues and difficulty forming healthy relationships. Example 3. The workplace scenario. Emily's boss, Lisa, is a narcissist. Lisa frequently changes her demeanor, sometimes praising Emily for her work and other times belittling her in front of colleagues. Emily never knows what to expect and is always on edge, trying to gain Lisa's approval. This environment not only affects Emily's job performance but also her mental health. The long-term effects. The long-term effects of being subjected to intermittent reinforcement by a narcissist can be profound. Victims often experience chronic anxiety and stress. The unpredictability of the narcissist's behavior keeps victims in a state of constant anxiety, leading to chronic stress. Low self-esteem, constant criticism and devaluation erode the victim's self-esteem, making them feel unworthy and dependent on the narcissist's approval. Depression. The emotional roller coaster and lack of stability can lead to feelings of hopelessness and depression. PTSD. Prolonged exposure to narcissistic abuse can result in symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, such as flashbacks, nightmares, and hypervigilance. Difficulty trusting others. After being manipulated and betrayed by a narcissist, victims often struggle to trust others, fearing they will be hurt again. Healing and recovery. Healing from a relationship with a narcissist requires time, effort, and often professional help. Here are some steps to facilitate recovery. Acknowledgement. Recognize and accept that you were in a toxic relationship. Understanding that it wasn't your fault is crucial for healing. No contact. Cutting off all contact with the narcissist is often necessary to break free from their influence. This includes blocking them on social media, not responding to messages, and avoiding places they frequent. Therapy. Professional therapy can provide a safe space to process your experiences and develop coping strategies. Therapists trained in trauma and narcissistic abuse can offer valuable insights and support. Support groups. Joining a support group for survivors of narcissistic abuse can help you connect with others who have had similar experiences. Sharing stories and advice can be incredibly validating and empowering. Self-care. Prioritize activities that promote your well-being, such as exercise, hobbies, and spending time with loved ones. Self-care is essential for rebuilding your sense of self-worth. Education. Continue educating yourself about narcissism and abusive behaviors. Knowledge is power, and understanding these dynamics can help prevent future entanglements with narcissists. The importance of boundaries. Setting and maintaining boundaries is a critical skill for anyone recovering from narcissistic abuse. Here's how to establish healthy boundaries. Identify your limits. Reflect on what behaviors you are and aren't willing to accept. This clarity will help you define your boundaries. Communicate clearly. Express your boundaries clearly and assertively. Use I statements to convey your needs and limits. Be consistent. Consistency is key to enforcing boundaries. Don't make exceptions for the narcissist, as this can undermine your efforts. Practice self-respect. Respecting your own boundaries is crucial. Don't feel guilty for prioritizing your well-being. Seek support. If you struggle to enforce boundaries, seek support from friends, family, or a therapist. Conclusion. Narcissists rely on control to feel powerful and validated. When they start losing that control, they resort to intermittent reinforcement to pull you back into their web. Recognizing this tactic and taking steps to protect yourself is crucial in breaking free from their manipulative grasp. Remember, you deserve a relationship built on mutual respect and genuine care, not one founded on manipulation and control. Breaking free from a narcissist and healing from their abuse is a journey that requires strength and resilience. By educating yourself, setting boundaries, and seeking support, you can recover and rebuild a healthy, loving life. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you in the next video, and take care of yourself.